Hey, it's Walter, ibwsales.biz. I'm responding to a comment that was posted on my Assembling the Pistol Crossbow video. That it was Chad asking, how do I remove this original sight? And you may wonder, why would he want to remove the original sight? There's a good reason. There's a dovetail, the 1/2-inch dovetail underneath this original sight that allows you to mount, say, a BB gun scope, a .22 scope, a red dot sight, or even a laser. And so he wants to get this all off of here so that he can mount that kind of equipment. Well, the first thing you're going to want to do is to remove the original sight portion of this. And to do that, first you're going to remove your elevation nut. There we go. Then you're going to remove the actual sight. This is a number 2 Phillips screwdriver. There, back that right out of there. And remove and put aside. Okay. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is to remove this tension spring that holds the bolt in place. Now the reason you got to remove this is because this big screw's in place. That's your elevation screw. It's got to come out. You could just snip it off, cut it with a die grinder, but if you generate any heat on here doing this, it's going to melt these. On the plastic frames, the tension spring is also plastic and they won't take the heat. So the best way to do it, get your number 2 Phillips screwdriver again and back out the retaining screw for it. Now you're thinking you need to remove this elevation screw, but you do not. It's actually held in place by spring tension back here, and there's some locking lugs on the bottom of the spring. And I'll get it up there where you can see, and you push that down, pop it right out. Oops, there we go. Now this elevation screw has a retaining nut, but it's not tight. You can pretty much back them off with your fingers. If they seem a little tight, it is a 1/4-inch socket. In the back, it's held by you can get a number 0 Phillips screwdriver and back them right out. You're gonna slide this out. That's your elevation screw. You probably want to put all that aside in case you decide to go back to your original sights, which you can get pretty accurate, believe it or not. Okay, now you got to replace your tensioning spring, and again, it's got to go in so the lugs here lock into these slots here. So to make that happen, you're going to slide that side under, and then what I found is if you give it a little bit of a push down and back, it'll pop right into place. Okay, now it's just a matter of replacing the retaining screw. And there you go. That's ready to take your new sight. Thanks, Chad. You enjoy your crossbow.